Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? Joey Struckenbach is back here with another video for you guys. Guys, it is Saturday night, and I'm going to be giving you my game picks for week 9 we're at now of the 2021 NFL season. So let's jump right on into it, guys. Coming up with our first game, we have the 3-4 Falcons at the 5-2 Saints. So the Falcons, coming off a loss to the Panthers, I think it was last week, and then the Saints, big win against the Bucks. Had a lead for a while. Looked like they were maybe going to choke. They held on. They forced the turnover. First interception for Brady. And now they are 5-2. So the Saints are doing well. However, they did just lose Jameis Winston for the year. I think it was like an ACL and even MCL tear possibly. So he's done for the year. Big loss. Winston had actually been doing fairly well. It kind of seems like Winston isn't a terrible quarterback. The biggest issue is he just throws way too many interceptions. But no Jameis Winston. So I don't know who exactly is playing quarterback now. I don't think it's necessarily Taysom Hill, but I don't really know. But regardless, the Saints are at home. They're coming off a big win against the Bucs. I see no reason why they'll lose this game. The Falcons do sometimes give the Saints their stiffs, but I would definitely bet with the Saints here. The Falcons just cannot seem to hold a lead. So I'm going to go with the Saints here, guys, 27-14. Next game, guys, we have the 4-4 Broncos at the 6-1 Cowboys. So the Broncos finally snapped their losing streak. They're 4-4 now, 500. Cowboys just continue to be red hot. Lost week 1 to the Bucs. Ever since then, they have been on a tear. Have won 6 in a row. I don't know if Prescott is back yet. He missed last week against the Vikings. I'm not sure if he's back or not, but I still think the Cowboys are going to get this win. They're hot right now. The Broncos are not, and they're also at home. They play way better at home than on the road. I'm going to go with the Cowboys here, guys, 31-17. Next game, guys, we have the 4-4 Patriots at the 4-4 Panthers. So the Patriots, pretty impressive win over the Chargers last weekend. Went into LA and got the job done, so props to them. Panthers, meanwhile, got off to a red-hot start. They have flamed out considerably. However, apparently they're getting a lot of guys back tomorrow. Apparently McCaffrey is finally back. Terrace Marshall is back, and some other guys. So that will help the Panthers' cause, but I still don't think they're going to win this game. I don't think the Panthers are that good. I think they got the wins against bad teams. Darnold is not good, and he's especially inconsistent. Patriots are really motivated after that big win over the Chargers. As much as I don't think the Patriots are that good, I really don't think the Panthers are that good either. So I'm going to go with the Patriots here, guys. Let's go with New England, 27-24. I do think it'll be a good game, but I'm going to go with the Patriots. Next game, guys, here we go. 3-4 Vikings at the 5-2 Ravens. So, Ravens coming off the bye. Feels like it's been forever since the Ravens have played, doesn't it? I feel like it has been forever. So 5-2 Ravens. When it comes to health, they're kind of getting healthier. I mean, Watkins is coming back. Boyle is not going to play this game, but he is really, really close. I think he'll be active on Thursday. And I think part of the reason we didn't play him is because, we have 2 games in the span of several days, so they don't want to risk banging him up after 2 games. So, excuse me. So I think that's the main reason why. Excuse me, guys. That's the main reason why they're sitting Boyle. I mean, I shouldn't say sitting, but I think this his absence here is more precautionary. He practiced this week. He's been looking good as far as I know. He has had some setbacks, but. Excuse me. Boyle is working his way back, so that's really good news for the Ravens. But then again, this game they don't have him. And then defensively, so Derek Wolfe still not coming back. It is really getting concerning with him. He had a back and hip injury back in August, and originally it was looking like maybe a week, maybe 2-week injury. He has been out for over 2 months now, and he still cannot stay on the field. I don't know what's going on. He's practiced a couple times, but then this week he missed all of practice. So really don't know what's going on with Wolf, but it's concerning for sure. I mean, there's still quite a bit of season left, but it's slowly winding down, and I really think we miss Derek Wolfe, and we're really going to miss him tomorrow. I mean, the Vikings offensive line is not very good, but they still have Dalvin Cook. So I'm really worried about the Vikings offense in this game. It's pretty explosive. I mean, Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, and then Dalvin Cook. Cousins, I think, is okay, not great, but, sometimes he doesn't need to be that good if he has that great of weapons. Ravens defense coming off a career worst game. They were just awful against the Bengals, so they really need a bounce back game. And again, they have been following the every other game path. They're great one game, trash the other. So the Ravens are coming off the bye. I think they have a lot at stake right now. They got that humbling loss. I think this is going to be a good game because, again, the Ravens defense just not themselves this year. And the Vikings do have a really good offense. Their defense is not that good, and they're not at full strength either. Michael Pierce is out, and Anthony Barr is banged up. I don't know if he's playing or not, but he's battling with some injuries. So I think the Ravens are going to win this game. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be close, but I'm going to go with Baltimore. Let's go with Baltimore 30-23. Next game, guys. This should be a good one. 4-4 Browns at the 5-3 Bengals. So Browns, big time disappointment so far. They're only 500. Many people, including myself, thought they were going to lead the charge in the AFC this year. Besides the Chiefs, both of those are not true, and the Chiefs are, of course, underperforming. But regardless, yeah, Browns, I don't really know what's going on. But their biggest development this week, they are moving on from Odell Beckham. They released him. He's off the team. There's some money and cap situation, whether they've traded or released him. It's complicated. Regardless, Beckham is not a Cleveland Brown. That's the most important thing. So Beckham will not be playing. And then, of course, I have the rumors that the Ravens are going to get him. I'm not even going to get into that because, who knows if they're true or not. But regardless, Beckham is not a Cleveland Brown. So, is that a good thing? Honestly, I could see the argument because for whatever reason, Mayfield does better without Beckham. I don't know why. I really don't. But Mayfield seems to do better whenever Beckham is not in. 2020 Mayfield was good, especially in the second half. Beckham was out. And I'm not saying that it's good that he got hurt. Of course not. But it is really, really weird how Mayfield is better without Beckham. I really don't know why. So, because Beckham is not playing, will Mayfield go back to 2020 style? I don't know. He's getting a lot of hate, and I've been high on Mayfield. I've defended him for a while. This year, he's been pretty bad, though. He's missing throws. He's taking hits. He's throwing interceptions. He's making bad reads. He's not having a good year at all. So we'll see if he kind of bounces back. I don't know, but time is running out. I don't know if the Browns have a bye week coming up, but hopefully for the Browns' stake, hopefully they do have a bye week because they need time to kind of regenerate. Bengals, meanwhile, coming off a crazy trap game loss. So it's interesting. Last weekend, if you guys remember, I picked the Bengals to win, but I did mention how I could see it being a trap game for them. Guess what? It was. That was a really bold take. It actually verified. Jets beating the Bengals. I don't even know how that happened, but the Bengals defense, they left it at the hotel. Their defense played horribly. After playing so well against Baltimore, I shouldn't say so well. After playing well enough against Baltimore, they did not play well against the Jets, too. The Jets offense tearing them up. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. But at the same time, they're still 5-3. They're doing well. It's in Cincinnati. Both teams coming off losses. I'm going to go with the Bengals here, guys. The Browns, who knows what they'll look like tomorrow, but right now they're just not playing well at all. And the Bengals have been doing well besides that loss to the Jets. I'm going to go with the Bengals here, guys. They're at home, too, which helps. So I'm going to take Cincy here. 27-20. Next game, guys, we have the 5-2 Bills of the 1-6 Jaguars. So the Bills, 5-2, looking good. Allen, he's not having as good of a year as last year, but he's still doing pretty well. Same with Diggs, not as good as last year, but he's still performing. And the Bills, man, I will repeat over and over, do not sleep on the Bills defense. A healthy Bills defense is good, and it's really showing. They had that rough game against the Titans, but besides that, the Bills defense has been playing well. Jaguars, trash as usual. Trevor Lawrence has been a disappointment. I know he doesn't have much to work with, but he's definitely underperformed. It's in Jacksonville, but no really need to discuss this much. The Bills should roll right by him. I'm going to go with the Bills here, guys, 34-10. Next game, guys, we have the 1-7 Texans at the 1-7 Dolphins. Oh, God, poor snore here. Texans suck. Their first two games, they actually looked A-okay. Ever since then, they have gone, I don't even know what's happened to them. They have tanked. Not that it's surprising, but they are horrible. Dolphins, meanwhile, this is kind of surprising. I was high on the Dolphins going into this year. They won their first game against the Patriots. They looked pretty good, especially on defense. And then ever since then, they have just fallen to pieces. They've lost 7 in a row. And at this point, you wonder if they're just going to tank and start again next year. I don't know. It's definitely up for discussion, but Dolphins are just horrible this year. I don't know why. I mean, I guess the biggest reason, their quarterback situation. Tagovailoa simply does not seem to be the answer. But then again, their defense has been horrible, and it makes no sense because their defense was good last year, and I kind of think it only got better this year. But I guess not, because their defense has been bad, like really bad. It's in Miami, guys. I'm going to go with a bold take here and say that the Dolphins finally snapped their losing streak and improved to 2-7. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins here, guys. Let's go with Miami. I guess 24-21. Not a game anybody really cares about, but Miami gets another win. Props to them. Next game, guys, we have the 5-2 Raiders at the 2-6 Giants. So, Raiders, what is going on with that franchise? So, first, John Gruden resigns as the head coach because he gets accused of a lot of past emails that are racist or whatever it may have been, inappropriate emails. I'll put it that way. So Gruden's no longer the coach. And then this week, Henry Ruggs, a crazy drunk driver, goes 156 miles an hour, kills a woman and a dog and someone in his car, and he's sentenced to 40 to 50 years in prison. So yeah, no Henry Ruggs. What is going on? I mean, I'm not going to get political here, but 156 miles an hour. That is just despicable. Absolutely despicable. So anyways, Raiders have had quite an interesting season. Besides all of that, they're 5-2. So I mean, they lead the charge in the AFC West because the Chargers lost last week. Chiefs are, I think, 4-4 now, 5-4. So yeah, Raiders are actually doing pretty well despite all these shenanigans. But anyways, I think they're going to get this win. Raiders about to be 6-2 perhaps. However, the Giants, you can't sleep on them necessarily. I mean, they've disappointed this year for sure. They did almost beat the Chiefs, though. So does that mean that the Giants are starting to pull it together, or does that mean the Chiefs just aren't good this year? I think it's a little bit of both. The Giants are at home, but I definitely trust the Raiders here. Their offense is not as good as it used to be, but their defense has improved significantly. It's still not great, but it's getting the job done. I like the Raiders here, guys. I know they have so much going on, but they seem to be in a groove right now. They're coming off the bye week, so any minor injuries, they're likely healthy now. I'm going to go with the Raiders here, guys, 31-17. Next game, guys, we have the 4-3 Chargers at the 3-5 Eagles. So the Chargers coming off a upset loss to the Patriots last week. Herbert had one of the worst games of his career. And then Eagles, meanwhile, trash. They're 3-5. I mean, 3-5. Not horrible, but not good at all. This is really a must-win for the Chargers. I mean, the Raiders are leading the charge in the AFC West. The Chiefs are maybe tied. Actually, no, I think the Chargers are ahead of the Chiefs by a half game, but the Chiefs are catching up, and then the Broncos, you can never rule them out. So the Chargers really need to win this game. AFC West is a tough division this year, so definitely a must-win for the Chargers. Eagles, I mean, I don't even know what to think of them because, I mean, the Cowboys easily going to win the division, and then are the Eagles actually, do something, or are they trash? They're actually not doing as badly as I thought they would, but they're simply not good. Jalen Hurts is not that guy. It's pretty clear. So, yeah, anyways, it's in Philadelphia, but I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. The Chargers going to be so desperate for a win, so mad after the loss to the Patriots last week. I'm going to go with the Chargers here, guys. Let's go with the Chargers 27-13. Next game, guys, this should be a very interesting one. 7-1 Packers at the 4-4 Chiefs. So, yeah, Chiefs are 4-4. 500. So, of course, biggest headline this week for the Packers is no Aaron Rodgers. He tested positive for COVID. And in long story short, he was not vaccinated. There was a whole dispute, and he kind of said he was vaccinated, but then he admitted he wasn't. So he's not, and because he is not, he's out. I think, is it 10 days or maybe 5? I don't know how it works necessarily, but regardless, he's out for this game. So no Aaron Rodgers. So now it's going to be Jordan Love, the rookie they drafted last year, who's going to start for the Packers. So that will be really, really interesting. I think it's his first career regular season start, if I'm not mistaken. Chiefs, meanwhile, they need to get it together. I mean, the fact that they barely beat the Giants, they only scored 20 points. In all seriousness, the Giants' defense isn't horrendously bad, but still, only beating the Giants by 3 points, no, something's wrong. At home, too. So yeah, the Chiefs, I don't know what's going on, but they are just not themselves this year. Not looking the same on offense. Their defense, actually, the past couple weeks, I mean, the past 1.5 games, because they were horrible against the Titans in the first half, but the Titans did not score a single point in the second half, to be fair, and the Giants only scored 17. So I guess their defense has been a smidge better the past game and a half, but regardless, it's still been a big-time liability this year. And if the Packers had Aaron Rodgers, I would take the Packers in a heartbeat. But they don't. And this is an inexperienced quarterback going at it at Arrowhead. Arrowhead, one of the worst places to play if you're the road team. But then again, the Chiefs' defense has not been good at all. And if the Packers can get a running game going, I think that's really going to help. And I think they will. Besides Chris Jones, who obviously is unbelievable, but besides him, that defensive front is not very strong for the Chiefs. And Jones, while he is very good, he's not been remotely the same at defensive end. Still unsure on why they moved him to defensive end. He was such a stud as an interior guy, and he just simply has not been getting it done on the edge. So not sure what the decision making was there, but regardless, that's a weak defensive front besides Chris Jones, a weak defense, and the Packers defense not exactly that good, but at the same time, the Chiefs offense has not looked remotely the same. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think this will be fun to watch, but I'm going to take the Packers. I know it sounds crazy, but the Chiefs just, I don't know. They're in a slump right now, and they have shown no signs of getting it together yet, so I'm going to take the Packers here, guys. Let's go with Green Bay, 31-28. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think both defenses will struggle, but Packers edge them out. Next game, guys, we have the 7-1 Cardinals at the 3-4 49ers. So the Cardinals coming off that wild Thursday night loss, so I guess Packers-Cardinals, wild Thursday night game. Cardinals the losers, Packers the winners. So yeah, first loss of the season for the Cardinals. There are no longer any undefeated teams left. The Cardinals were the last ones. Niners, meanwhile, got up to a nice 2-0 start. Since then, they've been very mediocre. So yeah, they're not good. And then the question is, do the Cardinals repeat last year and get off to a great start in the first half and then choke in the second half? I don't think so. I think they might have a cooler second half, but I still think the Cardinals are a pretty good team. That offense is strong, and the defense is not very good, but their offense is good enough, and I think that they're going to be a solid team. I think they're going to have a little bit of a cooler second half. I still think they'll finish 11-6, 12-5. It's in San Francisco, but I still think the Cardinals are the better team. They're going to be mad after that loss to the Packers. I'm going to go with the Cardinals here, guys. Let's go with Arizona, 28-14. Next game, guys, Sunday Night Football. This will be interesting. 6-2 Titans at the 7-1 Rams, but big headline this week. This week has been crazy with the NFL headlines. Oh my gosh. No Derrick Henry, not just for this game, for a long time. Derrick Henry suffered a foot injury against the Colts last week, and he is now having foot surgery. It's not season-ending, at least it sounds like, but it is a serious injury, and he will be out for, I think they said, 8 to 10 weeks? So, actually, maybe not quite 8 to 10 weeks, maybe like 6 to 9 or something. So there is a chance he could be back late in the regular season and perhaps the playoffs, but no Derrick Henry for a while. So that is going to be really interesting. And I think this is a great opportunity for Tannehill to prove himself. I've been a big Tannehill fan. I think he's the most underrated quarterback in football, and now he really gets the test. Without Henry, Tannehill is going to have to throw the ball a lot. The Titans are going to have to get a really good passing game going. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Rams, meanwhile, very good. I think they're a smidge overrated, but they're good. Stafford having a great year with the Rams. Their defense up and down, but still pretty good. I mean, Donald and Ramsey, of course. I'm going to take the Rams here. They're at home. They're way better at home than on the road. The Titans, without Derrick Henry, I do think to some extent they'll get around it and they'll learn to play without him. I don't think they're going to fall to total pieces without him, but I think it's going to take a couple games for them to get used to it. I don't think they're going to win this game. They're on the road. It's in the Rams are hot. I'm going to go with the Rams here, guys. 34-24. And guys, our final game, we have the 3-5 Bears at the 4-3 Steelers. So, Bears, trash. I know 3-5 isn't the worst, but they're just not good. Their offense is horrendously bad. Their defense is actually is okay, I guess, but it gets really tired because it's on the field so much. Fields, definitely not having a great rookie year. I mean, I'm sure he can maybe be developed, but the Bears coaching is not very good either. Don't think Matt Nagy's a very good coach. For the Steelers, it bothers me, man. They are a scrappy team, and it's really annoying because, I mean, we already have the Bengals who came out of nowhere, the Browns who are underperforming, but they're still there, and now you got the Steelers. So, Steelers were 1-3, but they've won 3 in a row. Their offense still is not good. I will say that. Their offense simply is not good, but their defense is just so good. So good. It's in Pittsburgh too, and I mean, I will say the Steelers are coming off that 15-10 was it win over the Browns. So again, their offense is not good. Roethlisberger is just horrendous. I mean, he's making terrible throws. He can't throw like past 20 yards. It's nothing. He has a weak arm. He can't move. Steelers offense is not going anywhere with him this year. But that defense is just electric, and they caused big time problems for the Browns last week, and now they're facing a very bad offense. So I think the Steelers team is going to absolutely feast tomorrow night. It's in Pittsburgh. I don't think this game is going to be close. The Steelers, scrappy sons of guns, I think they're going to get this win and go on a 4-game winning streak. I'm going to go with the Steelers here, guys. 24-10. I still don't think their offense will do great, but they'll do well enough to get the win. 24-10 Pittsburgh. And guys, that is going to do it for my game mix for week 9 of the 2021 NFL season. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to drop a like in the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I am out. Peace out. Have a great night. Thank you so much for watching. Go Ravens, and I will see you after the Ravens game.